In this video I'm going to show you the basics of using the Roundover and Chamfer tool to add some edge treatments to individual pieces within Onshape. So I'm still working on this assembly that I've used within the previous videos. I'm going to go into my end piece and I'm going to select this standard view that I've been using consistently, that front, top, right hybrid view. Along the top with my tools here, I've got this fillet tool, and next to it I've got the chamfer tool. Our fillet tool is what allows us to do roundovers. So if I click on the fillet tool, I can then click on any edge of the piece and it gives that edge a roundover. I can then determine what the radius of that roundover is, and I can make it bigger or smaller. Okay, this piece is 19 millimeters thick, so if I have that radius all the way to 19, right, it'll start right on the edge and give a consistent 19 millimeter radius around from the bottom edge of the piece. So playing around with the radius can change how big the roundover is, and you can get an idea of, if you were to use something like the trim router, you get an idea of how big of a roundover you might want to use on a particular piece or section of a project. Once you're happy with the size of it, we can click on the tick and it will apply that roundover. Now if I wanted to apply that same roundover to a number of edges, I could always go back into that fillet and I can select all of the edges within that piece that I want that roundover to be applied to. Tick, and it rounds over all of those individual edges. Okay, now if I decided I didn't want to round over and I wasn't happy with the look of that and I wanted to do a chamfer instead, I can click on that fillet and click delete on my keyboard and get rid of it. Alternatively, if I have it still there, Control Z undoes it to put it back. I can right click on it and go down to the bottom and delete it. Okay. If I wanted to do a chamfer instead, my chamfer tool is right next to the fillet tool. Same thing. I can click on edges that I would like to put a chamfer on. I can say how big I want that chamfer to be. So the bigger I make it, obviously the larger it is. This chamfer will be an exact 45 degrees. So if I go all the way to the 19, which is the full thickness of the piece, it'll be right from the edges. If I go over that, right, it's going to make the piece even smaller. So you can play around with different size chamfers to see the impact it will have on the aesthetic of your piece. When you're happy with it, you click the tick to accept it. Alright, same thing, if you want to delete it, we can click on it over here in our features menu, press it delete on our keyboard and it'll get rid of it. So that's as simple as that, nice and easy to add roundovers or chamfers to the edges of our pieces within Onshape.